watching Run with Rich Run right now.
Yeah, with that.
The combine ended. You know, Rich he run at the end of Ed Combine. It look like we live now though.
Yeah, we should be.
Jerry Rice timed it.
I don't even.
Kofi, we live, man. I hate when you be doing this. You be acting like you ain't live. Jerry Rice just ran a 40. I'm watching Run with Rich Run right now. All right, here you go, guy. You watching Run with Rich Run right now.
Shoot, hold on. I don't like when this damn thing here do. I don't want that on here. I still can't. I don't see. I can't. But you say we okay? I see it now.
We live, bro.
All right. I be trying to see it on my end, man. It don't never give me no
background.
Notification. Notification. Hold on.
That's fine. Okay, all right.
Damn. Hold on, y'all. Share. Copy. I'm gonna share it real quick and we'll get started.
Go ahead, I'll share it in the group.
All right, but I be want to. You can go ahead and share it in the group. I just be want to put it on my page too, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm finna get into it. Damn, I didn't even put my intro up, but it'll be all right. I gotta put it up. Yeah, I might do it. Yeah, y'all share it real quick. Put it in the groups in the back chat. We'll jump into it real quick. Some of these groups I be sharing until it be 2 or 3 days before they see it and then accept the show. Then I went off by then. Shoot. At the party. Yeah. All right, that's all I'm gonna do. All right, let me go back to my thing right here. Damn. Y'all, hold on. Give me just a second. Let me get back here. All right. Let me get back over here. Back over here. All right, set that over there. All right, please, Sister Juliana, a bit for Houdier. Yeah, y'all please like and share the show, man. Please like, share the show. Give me 1 minute. I'm finna do something. I gotta add this on here. Let's see, add slide. Okay. All right. I'm gonna share my screen as soon as I get this on here. All right, where is it? Man. Boy, I tell y'all, man, AT&T, internet, man. Tell you it ain't the business. It ain't the business. Where is it? 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 All right, there it is. Okay. All right. I'm gonna share my screen, y'all. If I can get to it. Okay, share my screen. Let me know if y'all can see my screen.
Yeah, I see it.
All right. All right. First, I want to say ETM Hotel, Dua Aku, Dua Netcher, Fatmu Alafiye, Fatmu EY, Riri, Majuba Iba Gungun, Majuba Iba Gungun. The audio was bad, Brother Zane. How am I sounding? Let me know how I'm sounding, Brother Zane, or anybody in the chat before I go any further. He said the audio kind of sounded kind of bad. And I know it was kind of low. The volume went down. I was trying to turn my show all speakers. See, I'm trying to turn my darn what's the name off, man, but I should have did that before. And I normally could do that when I'm. Hold on, y'all. Let me stop sharing real quick. I want to turn my camera off. All right. How am I sounding though? Am your mic okay? Just want to make sure the mic is good. All right, let me go back to sharing the screen. Let me know when I'm sharing again. And then let me know am I still good. Oh, they said it sounds kind of sound. Am I still good, Brother Zane? You just said the video audio was chipped. Okay, well, let's get on back into it, man. First, I want to say ETM Motep, Dua Aku, Fatmu Lafayette, Fatmu Riri, Majuba Iba Gungun, Majuba Iba Gungun. Igungun Kiki, Igungun. I always want to give honor and praises to the ancestors because without the ancestors, we wouldn't be here. We are our ancestors. I also want to extend honor and praises to the true and living ancestors according to African traditions or the worldview or perspective of those Africans. Today, the show is called Who is Kofi Piesie Family and Affiliate Research Team. I kind of know y'all already kind of familiar with the brothers because each and every one of them have already did some sort of presentation on the platform already. We got Vasa Nicolo Vasa Nicolo Gullah, brother Vasa ain't with us today due to some issues that he has, some family issues. But we have Herit, Shawn, Khalfani, Sutekh, Sutekh and Ra, T'Challa on the panel as well as myself. Peace to everybody that's in the chat. Those in the chat, please like the show, share the show, share the show with those that you think that may be interested in hearing from me and these other good brothers of mine. And that's about it, man. We'll jump into the show, man. Like I say, man, I guess Shawn, since you multitasking, we'll let you start out first, man, and then we'll just go down the line, let everybody introduce themselves, tell a little bit about themselves, the skill set they have, what they may have to offer to the family affiliates and the research team. Shawn. I guess he must have walked away. Well, let's start with you, Sutekh. We'll start with Sutekh. We'll do after Sutekh, we'll do T'Challa. Then we'll come back to Shawn, Sutekh, and then myself.
All right, peace to the family, peace to the chat. It's your brother Sutekh, Akande, Iyanu-Oluwa. Okay, to tell a little bit about myself, I am from Tennessee, born and raised. A small town called Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's in the southeastern part of Tennessee, right by the Tennessee-Georgia state line. I lived there for basically my whole life, except for the last 3.5 years. I've been in California. I moved to California 2016. I've been out here ever since. Um, the primary focus as of right now of my studies are primarily West Africa. I like to study about all of Africa, but the lane that I'm choosing to try to stick to at this point is Western Africa, because I feel like it's a lack in that area. We all know a lot of stuff about Egypt. We all like to talk about Egypt, but as I progressed into this quote unquote conscious community, I noticed the lack of information being disseminated about Central and Western Africa, and being primarily where us African Americans come from, I decided to steer down that path. And to be more specific, even when we have those that do deal with West Africa, West and Central Africa, a lot of people deal with it from the either indigenous point of view or the Christian perspective, like the Christian missionaries coming in, the Portuguese and so forth. I seen it was a lack of talk about Islam, so I've kind of been going into that area to try to bring more information about the impact of Islam and Muslims in the African continent, specifically West and Central Africa. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I met Kofi. I got introduced to Kofi about a year and a half ago, and yeah, we've been rocking out ever since.
Yeah, yeah, it's been about a peace to everybody else that's joining the chat, and peace to those that may be coming in a little late, and peace to those that may be viewing this in the archives. But yeah, I had uh seen brother Sutekh in the Mossi and in the Kofi chat a lot. You know, he was one of the regulars, and no matter who went live, whether it was me, Shawn, or being from the Mossi, he was always supporting in the chat. And Kofi Piesie TV, I started trying to select some guys over here on Kofi Piesie TV, a research team, a bunch of guys that I thought were, just me seeing in the chat and then reaching out to some of them, or, back and forth Facebook Messenger, and then communicating with some, and just conversating and seeing that these guys are pretty smart. So I said, well, I wanted to showcase these brother talents, because I see something in these guys. I think everybody else, and I'm learning from these guys. So I think, excuse me, that everybody else can learn from these guys too. I want to, use my platform, what I'm saying, and make my platform their platform, where they can, if they got something to say or they want to present some information, they can do it. They got a platform where they can come on and do what they need to do to showcase their skill set. And I just noticed something in T'Challa, not T'Challa, but in Sutekh. So, I offer, man, you want to come on, man, and you know, do some work, man, do some presentations, X, Y, and Z. And he was like, sure, man. And he came on, man, and he's been family ever since. So he's a part of the Kofi Piesie family and Affiliate research team. The next step for my brother is I want to try to get him into the writing aspect. I want to try to get everybody into the writing aspect. We doing the presentation, so it's easy from transitioning from putting slides together, you know what I'm saying, into writing articles and then possibly books later. And so yeah, man, that's brother.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, yeah. Shawn was talking about how we have to put our ideas in writing, and last night. So I'm just like, yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to start at least writing an article. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get that done.
Yeah.
I came into the conscious community though, of course, with HOK, House of Consciousness. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of us come into the quote unquote conscious community. Um, I was introduced to SETI, Polite, Shaka, all them. But when Aunt came around with the Amara squad, it kind of introduced something different. Like Shawn said, they start asking for sources. What's your source? Where you getting this from? Because anything can sound good when you just talking. Anybody can have that gift of gab, and you just roll with whatever they saying. But when Uncle and Amara squad come around and start asking for sources, you start to get a whole different aspect of learning and research. So I'm like, okay, they own or something here. So I just kind of started watching them and paying attention, and through extension, I found the Mossi Warrior Clan, Brother Ben, and Kofi Piesie TV. So that's how I got to start checking out Kofi and the Mossi and Shawn and all them. And I seen they was putting out presentations every week. So, they kind of inspired me to start trying to do this too. Kofi reached out and I was like, okay, let's get this popping, because they really inspire me, regardless of how many views we get on Kofi Piesie TV or even the Mossi Warrior Clan. Um, that's why I want to tell y'all, man, y'all inspiring people to do this work. You ain't gonna never have the numbers because it's quality over quantity. So, you might not have the numbers, but you're gonna get those people that's gonna be willing to listen and learn and then put in their work and evolve. So yeah, that's how I got up with Kofi Piesie TV and the Mossi Warrior Clan.
Yeah. Brother T'Challa. Brother T'Challa is another T'Challa Bangara. A lot of people may know T'Challa as Jehudi Ma'at. Jehudi Ma'at. What was it, T'Challa?
Yeah, I had Jehudi Bach as
Yeah.
the servant.
Yeah, Bach. Yeah. Yep. And then he changed it to T'Challa Bangara. Yeah. Go ahead, brother T'Challa, and and I'll talk after you, man. Let them know why, what I seen.
Okay. Peace to everybody listening, everybody on the panel, everybody in the chat. Well, since you started with the name, I changed the name to T'Challa Bangora that I was using on social media because what I do here in Chicago is I teach and perform West African drums and culture, mainly from the coast of West Africa. We're talking about the Malian Empire era with Sunjata Keita and things of that nature. And that's primarily my lane that I'm teaching from when I come from a music standpoint as far as African traditions. So I changed the name to T'Challa because some of the kids that I was teaching at the time when the movie came out, Black Panther, they started calling me the Black Panther because I was always educating them on history, culture, and not just rhythms, but I was giving them so much background when it comes to the specific group of people that would arise out of what used to be known as the Malian Empire. I have a lot of knowledge because I've been doing this for 13 years. Started in high school, signed up for an after school matters program, started making money in high school, and this is part of what I do now. um, now daily. Um, And so in essence, I'm in the community at schools, different organizations, and we try and steer our youth in a positive direction. Especially being in Chicago, I mean, we get kind of hood up here when it comes to our attitudes and things and how we react to things. Just being a Chicago native, like you will get your wig pushed back in a heartbeat. Talking crazy to the wrong person out here, like it's crazy, And I'm pretty sure everybody has that. Everybody's grown up around that. But the point being, I'm in my community observing the violence that I'm trying to do something about. Too many people out here are just losing their lives too early. You know how many kids I've taught programs of that I haven't seen or will never see again based on the amount of violence going on in our city. And so getting back on the topic of the name, these kids that I reach that happen to sit down and want to take a minute to listen to someone telling them something, they've been getting to know me and have observed what I teach them, what I tell them. They go and they research it and they come back to me, fact checking me. And they say, you know what? You remind us of the people's champ, the true Black Panther. You remind us of the one who's like, nah, I'm going to put it all on the line to try and help. Because ain't nobody out here trying to give Black people in, standard white academia driven world the time of the day to understand what a Yoruba language is, to understand what a Malinke dialect of the Mande speaking people is. They don't want to teach us that. They want us to learn Beethoven, Mozart, and everything else. And that has its place. But I'm in the communities trying to give them something more than just what white academia is shoving down their throat. And so how I linked up with Kofi, man, I was online one day listening to the young pseudo, as they call him, and he was just talking about how the meta nature hadn't been deciphered, and you can't make a sound to an image, and all of the crazy arguments that we've heard. And I was just like, I went right into another YouTube tab and put in meta nature, and the Seshu popped up. And from the first video, I was like, okay, now here we go. At least I have somebody showing me a method of how they got to their conclusions. Then I went and did my research, found out who Dr. Raketi Amin was. And from then on, I was like, okay, make that connection right to Diop. And based on my knowledge of West Africa, I was like, man, I'm really rocking with these brothers. And Kofi has been generous enough to have me on the platform multiple times. We've got a couple videos on the Mossi channel of us and Shawn going in on some things. Go ahead and check that out. And speaking of writing, and then I'm gonna close it out for myself. I'm back working on my work. I've been writing some things over the past couple of years. I think I sent Brother Kofi my introduction a couple years back, because it's been over a year now. So, and he looked that over then, but I've been revisiting my words because as you grow in your scholarship, especially with Africana studies, you understand that you may be speaking in your own pseudo bias still when you put your thoughts to the paper. You may sound a little bit like white academia talking about your African traditions. And I'm seeking to really come correct all the way before I decide to ask the people in the community, hey, listen to the conversation that I have, what I have to offer to the conversation. I want to make sure that I'm coming respectfully addressing the chauvinist ideas in the way that we can really speak about other groups of people based on our Western perspective, being in America, trying to explain what's going on in Africa. And these brothers here have really helped with that. Kofi, he has definitely, me and him talked about this the other night. I think I called him earlier this week and we were talking about this. And he was just kind of confirming that that's you really on the right track. You really want to make sure that you are representing what you're talking about, what you're writing about. And so it's going to be basically about a paradigm shift that we must have. You guys may have heard Saber talk about that. Saber Wujao talk about a paradigm shift. That is the theme of my book, based on the particular Africans that I've been studying the past 13 years. And yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so y'all be on the lookout for his book. Like I said, I met T'Challa through Seshumani Metanetra when he started following it. I think you took the class too, didn't you? T'Challa, didn't you mention to take the class, or you just popped in numerous times after the show or something like that? I think it was.
Yeah, I took the class. I've taken it twice actually. Need to buckle down on that last part of that essay. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. Metanetra ain't nothing nice, and language is one of my things.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and just the conversations that he had, like we used to do, and we still been doing them. We've done a few. I don't know if we've done some. Yeah, we've done a few the top of the year, and we started back right at the end of the year, doing the Freestyle Fridays and the Divine Word Wednesday. This was something that we started doing at the end of 2015. The group was founded in 2015. We started doing freestyle. We started doing Divine Word Wednesday first, and then we started doing Freestyle Friday. And afterwards, basically what we're doing now after the show, if anybody want to come on the platform, they come on the platform, or after class, we will have people in, and that's how I met T'Challa. And just the conversations we had, we kind of developed a friendship, and then it started from he's brung him on the Mossi Warrior Clan. We did something on the Mossi Warrior Clan. Then we did something else on the Mossi Warrior Clan. I hate to even mention it, but it was woman circumcision. And sad to say that I ain't saying sad to say, but the video.
Part two to that, Kofi.
Yeah, I know it, man. But
hey, man, we was on that hangout 8 hours. That was a work shift.
I was sorry, man. I was in Seattle. I was sorry I missed that, man.
Yeah, and the video is actually doing real good. Every time I look at it, man, it's doing some numbers, man. And it was it really was a good show, man. It really was good. It kind of got a little controversy in it. We allow people to come on, women to come on, state, their opinions, their disagreements, their gripes, et cetera, et cetera. So he did that with me. I think he did something else, and then we transitioned. I was like, man, why don't you do something, man, on Kofi Piesie TV, man. Kofi Piesie TV, you know what I'm saying, is your home too. If you wanna do something, you can do something. So he actually was one of the original members of the Kofi Piesie TV family, affiliates and research. I think it started off with just me, Shawn, Sutekh, and Ra, and T'Challa. Then went from T'Challa to Asa, Mka, and then Vasa, Nicolo, Gullah, and then we added Sutekh to the research team. And I picked these brothers because, like I said, I seen something in them. Every one of them have something different to offer, man. And I just wanted more good people around me. So I said, I'm on my platform. I'm already part of a group, the Seshu Metanetra, and we deal with just the language and the writing script with that group. You know what I'm saying? And then deal with West African tradition. That's what we specialize in, is West African tradition. So I said I got my own platform too, and these other two platforms I belong to, I got a bunch of good good group of men and women. As I said, you have a woman in it that's Emicat, and let me get a bunch of group of guys around me on here on Kofi Piesie TV, and I think these guys are brilliant in their own right. So again, I want to display their talent and let everybody else see what I see in them. So like I said, this show is just to trying to get y'all a little bit more familiar with them and why I chose to pick these guys to be a part of this platform. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, all these brothers is brilliant in their own right. Next we got Sutekh Mariaman. Sutekh Mariaman is also a member of the Seshu Ma'ani Metanetra group as well. But go ahead, brother Sutekh.
Yeah, like Kofi said, I'm part of the Seshu, one of the founding members. I primarily focused on Kemet. Well, within the conscious community, I primarily focus on Kemet, the language, and yeah. So, I mean, I ain't got no big elaborate story. I just I'm like, I ain't even about to try to finesse that. I like the language. I love Kemet. I love everything about it. It's us at our height. They show us in school, the slave stuff and all that. So growing up, and I went to a predominantly European school too. So, they teaching their history, like one of the brothers said earlier. They teaching their history. And I didn't know anything that much about Kemet. And then when you go to the church as well, they talk down on Egypt as well. So I became of an age where I was like, man, let me see, because I like to investigate. I like to figure things out. So I got the look, and I'm like, man, let me see what's so bad about the Egyptians. And then I get the looking at it, and I'm like, shit, ain't nothing wrong with it. And then I get to looking at it more. I'm like, it's all around me. I just never seen it, till my eyes got open. So, that's why I like Kemet. I'm not opposed to any other cultures or religions. I don't be trying to beef with nobody about nothing. Hebrew, more, none of that, because it's a waste of my energy. I don't like wasting energy like that. So I don't really be beefing with nobody. That's probably why y'all don't see me engaging a little. And then I have my little moment where I engage, but you ain't gonna see me every day engage. And I may post some Kemet stuff in the group, whatever. But other than that, man, I'm for the people. I'm for my people. So if you say you're a Hebrew, I'm not gonna convince you you're not. If you say you're more, I'm not here to convince you you're not. I'm not saying I'm Kemet. I'm a African in America, just like the rest of us. So, we always captured on ship. Our ancestors was on ships. We got brought over here. Nobody know where nobody from. You could do the DNA test. People beefing about that. So I just stay in my lane. I don't do nothing outside of what I like to do, Kemet wise, on the internet. Now, my personal life, I got a bunch of stuff going on. I work for a nonprofit. We build homes for people, you know what I'm saying? But you got to qualify, whatever. And, most of the people that we build the homes for, they look like me, they look like you. So, but we don't discriminate, it's Europeans that get houses built for them as well. So, but predominantly it's people that look like me, look like you. So, I'm glad to be working for them and helping our people out, because not everybody grew up in a home, people was renting, people moving out the neighborhood, whatever. I feel like you got a more successful rate of graduating high school, graduating college, if you in a stable home. So, that's what I do in my personal life. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's very fluent in the Session Metanetra. Again, the Session Metanetra is a team that was put together to for us, and specialize in studying the Rani Kemet, which is the language, and the Sesh Metanetra, or the Sesh, which is the writing script that y'all call the hieroglyphs. Sutekh, he's very fluent in reading reading the session. I'm a little bit dusty, a little bit rusty. I'll be honest, I am a little bit rusty. It is, but it's nothing. Long as you know the methodology, you know what I'm saying, the steps, you know what I'm saying, then it's, you know, it's nothing. It's a little time consuming, you know, but I'm, you know, encourage everybody, you know, that's in the area of, you know, looking toward Kim, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us got different reasons why they look toward Kim. And everybody, if you go back and you look from 2015 till 2000 and maybe 2007, the end of 2017, you can see that I was Kimmy crazy. If you go back and look at a lot of my posts, and like I said, we were very, very active, and we still very active, but we was really, really active around 2015 till 2000 and early 2018, where we was constantly putting our content on the my Ani Metanetra channel, and where we was doing the Freestyle Fridays and doing the Divine Word Wednesday, where you seen me, Shawn, and
Sutekh. Won't let me talk for nothing.
I'm finna let your egghead talk. I called you a while ago, but you little egghead didn't say nothing. You little egghead didn't say nothing.
My niece was right here, bro. I ain't seen my niece in months, yo. She came over here. You know what I'm saying? I chopped it up with money. I ain't saying I needed to talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Real life.
Okay, okay. Well, next we got brother Herit Shawn Khalfani, aka brother Baruru, Baruru.
AKA the bad boy of the conscious community. My bad, my
Y'all
partner.
can't gang up on the brother like that, man.
My partner, Herit.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
Yo. ETF Hotel, Rennie Shawn. Welcome in peace. My name is Shawn, man. You know, a little bit about me. I got multiple things going on. I'm a member of the SESU, member of the Mossi, member of Kofi Piesie TV, Voices of Fire, honorary member of the Mirage Squad. Some people say Dagger Squad, you know, all of that. So I've been lucky to be around a bunch of people that were intelligent, smart, and actually doing the same thing that I was doing, man, trying to grow in the information, you know, expand the information, advance the information, and stand on the shoulders of the ancestors, because people take this for granted, but a foundation was laid a long time ago, over 100 years ago. And significantly, that foundation has been, you know, somebody has tried to, I don't know the correct word to say, but kind of, you know, infiltrate the foundation. And over the last, you know, 30 years or maybe a little bit longer than that. However, people are banging back on that, not in a disrespectful manner, but because of the expectations that have been set. And, you know, we want to continue to force people to change, to have a paradigm shift, and not allow certain folks or certain people control the narrative with the information. You know, nobody should get a pass. You heard Brother Unc say it all the time that anybody can get it. And that should be the approach when you've been irresponsible with this information, because you have kids that are going to one day view the material, who may come across your YouTube channels and or articles that may have been written by certain folks, and then you know, take that as face value, not knowing how to use proper methodology to come to an honest conclusion, not knowing how to actually advance the information, and so on and so forth. So we need to be really careful with the hearts and minds of the people, you know, and deal with it. So yeah, a lot of stuff irritate me about some of the people and personalities in the community. You know, I specialize with, like, my brothers on the panel, Sesh. We deal with the Sesh, you know what I'm saying? I'm not ultra spiritual or anything like that, but I love to look into the different West African traditions and cultures from a cultural and traditional perspective, to understand their worldview and how the indigenous and and those who have migrated into West Africa today, or who always been there, however you want to shape it, how they perceive themselves and their ancestors that go beyond. So as a descendant of them, I want to reacclimate myself to that which we once had. And that's been a goal of mine. So just understanding the cultural and traditional perspective has always been an initiative, but at the same time, holding on to the African American experience and cultural traditions as well. So embracing both sides of the bridge. I think that consciousness needs to be fed by the intellectual aspect of knowledge, and building that bridge like Pan-Africanism, it was fed by something. Something inspired people to be Pan, which means all, and then African. So during that whole movement of trying to make Pan, people pushed the narrative to fight back intellectually against white academia. There were many schools of thought in white academia, and they continue to create institutions to minimize the African experience abroad and on the continent. And it is our job to reinsert the African abroad and on the continent's experience through through the slave trade, through science, through languages, through art, like I said, culture and traditions. So that's me in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? I rub people the wrong way a lot of the time, but I'm adamant about the truth. I don't care nothing about your feelings. I don't care about your best friend who you like. I don't care nothing about none of that. I'm all about just getting to the truth. And if I feel like you misrepresenting the information, if you misrepresenting the image, if you misclassifying the truth, then I may have a lot to say. Whether you my teacher, whether you know what I'm saying, a big brother to me, whether you these fake elders that people call elders, whether you are an elder, you know what I'm saying. I want to hold you in high regard if I call you an elder, because from an African perspective, the word elder has way more, uh, has a bigger investment in it than what African Americans think elders are. There's an investment that an elder makes to the community in which it serves and the people in which it educates. And some of these people ain't doing that, you know what I'm saying? So, that's it, man, in a nutshell. That's me. I write, I write articles. I've been blessed to be in 2 different publications, about to be in 3 different publications. Maybe one day you'll get an independent book out of me that may come in the future. Right now, I'm a workaholic. I've been busting my tail. I also can speak to the influences of understanding credit from my own experience, based on the help that I've received from Garfield specifically about getting some things in order, and then how to manipulate these different credit card companies in order to build up the score and maintaining some things, because I had a heck of a 2019. I'm gonna have an even better 2020 credit wise, because I was able to purchase two houses and 10 months apart, 2 houses 10 months apart, and continue to build on my score and do some things that I needed to do. So from my experience, I can tell you, getting your credit clean, getting your stuff in order, that was key. That was key in my improvement, and making those transitions financially, and just improving on that. So yeah, that's me. I'm a part of the research team. I do my thing. Many people probably don't care for me, might not even, really care for me from a perspective that they don't even want to look at my work. So, I'll take that. You feel me? I'll take that. But for the babies, the kids coming up, they're not going to have those biases. So when they come across that information and they are in tune to it, and they can see how things are referenced, how sources are being used accurately, how to use a methodology and show your work in your presentations and even in your articles, then that's really all that matters, whether it's 10, 20, or 100. The goal in the initiative is to help us do what we have not been doing for quite some time and to reacclimate ourselves back to that. Now, unlike Sutekh, I will bang on you if you are more Hebrew, Jew, Christian, whatever you is. You're going
I'm
to get
with
it
you
from
on
me.
that, Shawn.
However, I've learned to not waste all my days away with that because I ain't doing that no more. So you don't see me actually engaged in a lot of the Facebook chatter, but I'll make me a post. And if I deem it,
Child, you crazy.
if I
You had cleaned it up though, boy.
Yeah.
I'll give you that, cause man, I used to want to wring your neck. I'm like, ew, bro. Clean it up though. I see.
Yeah. Zane said I scare people. Man, I don't try to, but what I will do though is for the people that have been misusing our ancestors' information, I may stick to a particular points and then address that scholastically and therefore show people the real truth of something so that we're not propagating or perpetrating a fraud. And that still goes on. We have a lot of misinformation in the community, and we have abused the word pseudo. So when we actually say that, we're speaking in reference to those who will take like a spiritual system and say that it's scientific. That would be pseudoscience from that perspective. But with African traditions and culture, they don't sell it. They don't sell it, and they don't push it as it is a science. You understand? So they have aspects of science inside of their culture that helps them understand in their explanations. However, but they don't push this thing out to the scientific community as like religious folks do and try to say this is science. Like you got the Bible that'll say, a flat earth, or they'll talk about how long the earth has occurred or whatever. It don't even matter. None of that matters. You know what I mean? Because, that's the biblical narrative and they try to hold true to that particular narrative. However, I really ain't a fan of debates from that perspective. I'm really about information. However, if I'm listening to something that you got going on and I catch you making that mistake, man, I am going to be like, man, that's just flat out lie. I'm gonna tell you what I learned from the Amara Squad is that now when I hear certain things in the manner that I hear them, the information being disseminated, if I don't see your methodology and you start running off at the muck, I immediately pick up on that and be like, this bull crap. You know what I'm saying? It's bull crap. I have got that down so good, man, because I've been reading all of them books and retaining some information from all of those books, and especially dealing with methodology, that I can smell bull. I can smell it, man. Like, yo, this ain't right. It's a totally uneasy feeling. However, I'm not going to say this ain't right and then I can't demonstrate why it's not right. So, that's me. I done talked for too long. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got.
Yeah, that's brother Shawn right there. I'm gonna say this. I just advise everybody, man. Teams win. Teams win. And if you hanging around somebody that can't inspire you, motivate you, um, elevate you, you know what I'm saying, consult you to do better, it's no need to be around them, man. And again, like I said, I'm a part of two other groups, Mossi and Accessu, and I'm surrounded around good guys and women, brilliant guys and women in their own right. So, with this platform, I wanted to be surrounded again around brilliant guys. So, I picked these guys just through meeting on Facebook and conversation. I knew Sutekh before I knew anybody else, and then T'Challa, Shawn, Then I met Vasa and then Sutekh. All these guys are good guys. Like I said, good guys. These guys are brilliant guys. I mean, you can go and check out their presentations, man, on Kofi Piesie TV. You know, and you can see it for yourself. I'm Kofi Piesie. Um, I'm from Mississippi. You know, for those that may not know, I'm Kofi Piesie. I'm from Mississippi. I'm from a little town called Brookhaven, Mississippi. Lived in Hattiesburg, Mississippi for 13, almost 14 years. Moved back to my hometown, Brookhaven, Mississippi. I've been here for about 3 years. Little old country town. Where I'm at. Like I said earlier, I started off with Kemet first. Started out loving Kemet. So if you go back, like I said, like 2015, 2017, you will see almost every day or every other day me posting a lot of information on Kemet. I gravitated toward Kemet. My reason why everybody got their own reason, but I gravitated toward Kemet because of me looking and studying. I found out that this empire was and still is the longest empire that ever ruled, so I wanted, and these people were black, so I wanted to study these people and see why and how their empire was able to last this long. If you want to, I started to see how, if you know what I'm saying, information, this was the place to, Kemet was the place to come to for information. So I got I started loving the information that I was reading. So I wanted to learn the language. So I bought Saber Wujawa book. Really didn't know who Saber Wujawa was. I know I seen it maybe 2 or 3 times on the brother from England. I can't even think of the platform. I think he still do some stuff. But can't even think of his name right now. I know he used to be. Who?
Talking about Colin.
Yeah. What's the name of his YouTube channel? Talk with the Titans, ain't it?
Talk with the Titans, yeah. Come on.
Talk with the Titans. So I met seen him on there, but I didn't even know his name. But I bought the book and didn't even know that was Wujawa that I had seen a few times on Talk with the Titans. Him and another Amin-Ra member, brother Jonathan, the Magi, and bought the book, and started to look, but I still couldn't really understand the book, you know what I'm saying, especially with the 4 steps, and it was some other stuff that I didn't, and then honorific transposition, all those different things. I didn't understand it, you know what I'm saying? So I found out he had a class, so I ended up taking the class. And just by taking the class, the group that we had, I don't know, we were actually, Sutekh, was we the first group that he had, the first study group he had online? I think we was the first study group that he had online. And from that,
I was gonna say, I ain't 100% positive. I know he did say he talked in person.
Yeah, I know he talked in person, but I'm thinking we was like the first online class he did, if I'm not mistaken. And then from us stemmed other different classes. I could be wrong, but I think we were. But just from that, everybody.
Hey, look, no, if we wasn't the first, we was the most impactful.
Yeah, we was. Yeah, because from the group, from the class, the people, majority of the people, not everybody, but majority of the people that was in that class that I was in when we was learning the session of the nature, we, after the class and we graduated and we got our certificates, we did not want to stop, didn't want to stop it. So we created a group, and the group wasn't called Session of the Nature. It was called the Warriors of Ma'at. And later on we became the Sesh Meta Nature, but we first started out as the Warriors of Ma'at. We started doing Freestyle Fridays, when Divine Words Wednesdays first, Divine Words Wednesdays, and then later we transitioned into Freestyle Fridays. We build up a lot of content on the Seshu Ma'at Meta Nature channel, and this is why, like I said, I got introduced to brother Tatala from there, and from there we developed a friendship. You know what I'm saying? I can call him my friend, I can call him my brother. And I don't call everybody my friend. I don't call everybody my brothers. And this is, I have a relationship with him. I got his phone number. I can call him anytime. He can call me anytime. If something going on, I'm there to listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about the brother, whoever, any of these brothers at the circle, because I got respect for these brothers. I learned from these brothers. You know what I'm saying? And that goes a long way with me. But yes, I started out with the Session Modernetta. We went from Royal Scribe. I mean, Words of My Eye. Some things happened, and we changed the name. The name is actually a historical name. In one of the station, we can find that on the Session channel, not the channel, but on the website, the session.com. I'll have it in the link when the show ends. I have the link at the bottom. Everybody link it. Those who may have channels, blog sites, or whatever, I'll have it at the end of the description at the end of this video. Y'all can click on or whatever. But it'll show you those royal scribes, give you the whole story of those royal scribes, why we went with that name, etc. I moved from there and started reading more into Africa in general, especially West Africa. Once I started to dig and say most of the African American come from West Africa. Still had love for Kemet, but I wanted to start studying African culture. But then studying it on the side, well, actually was studying it in 2012, but I wasn't extensive into it. And then 15, it was just more Kemet. My studies were more in Kemet and with the language than with West Africa. But then I got back into West Africa and was in it. And then Shawn joined. Shawn and Jehudi. Y'all know Jehudi Ma'at. He's a part of the MBK family. He also has his own channel. So please subscribe to Jehudi Ma'at channel, as well as the NBK channel, the New Black Knowledge channel. But they came, I don't know, me and Shawn kind of developed a relationship too. And we developed a relationship. And then Shawn started doing presentations outside of the set shoot on his YouTube channel. And like I said, me and Shawn kind of got close, and then Shawn kind of inspired me to actually get on Facebook. So I got on Facebook and started talking first. And then once Facebook got screen sharing, I began to start doing presentations on Facebook before I got my own platform. And I kind of, like I said, owe that to Shawn because he kind of inspired me to, okay, well, I'm over here. Says you got a YouTube channel. Everybody kind of know who I am as far as with the group, and I love Kemet in the language, but it's some other stuff over here I like too. I explore. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't been vocal with this, but I'm vocal with Kemet. I want to be kind of vocal with this and be vocal with stuff that happened to us or our experience in America. So I started speaking on our experience in America first, and then gradually went into African culture, West African culture on YouTube channel. Then I transitioned from a YouTube channel, from Facebook to Kofi Piesie TV in 2017, the end of 2017. Started Kofi Piesie TV, and I started doing like a lot of presentations, and it was kind of like Shawn to do something on Facebook, and then it inspired me. I go do a presentation, and then come on my YouTube channel and do a presentation. Then I do meet with the session. I developed a few relationships. I bumped into a few people, and I got Shawn to do something on there in the beginning stages of Kofi Piesie TV. Asai Mka at the beginning stages of Kofi Piesie TV. I am my brother's keeper, brother Cuban. Tried to get True Historian at that time. I don't think I was, nobody really knew who I was that well. And I don't know if he wanted to touch with that, but we, what I'm saying, me and brother True Historian, cool. But I reached out to a few people. And just through the constant work and the constant grind, I got asked to be a part of the Mossi Warrior Clan channel. So and Shawn joined the Mossi, and I was happy for my brother, wasn't jealous. And then I was asked later on from them watching me and my constant grind, I got asked to join the Mossi Warrior Clan channel. And I joined the Mossi Warrior Clan channel. Mossi Warrior Clan in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. I think I've been a member for about 2 years now, maybe 2 years. I don't know, close to 2 years. I can't remember. So I am a member of the Mossi Warrior Clan channel. That group is a group that specializes in West African culture. So I ended up getting more inspired because Shawn started constantly doing presentations on Mossi. Ben was doing presentations on Mossi when he got a chance, and just me being around those two guys. There's other members, Unc is a part of the Mossi Warrior, not Mossi Warrior Clan. A lot of people don't know that, but Unc is a part of the Mossi. Nahisi is a part of the Mossi Warrior Clan, as well as the Amara Squad. You got a new member, brother Mike Hope. We was trying to introduce him early on. Hopefully, when the brother gets some free time, we're able to get him on the platform on Mossi or whatever. But and it's a few other brothers on the Mossi as well. I'm in my Aunt Ra, who also have a book out, has actually 4 books out. He has those Romans illusions, on one on Christianity, one on Judaism, one on Islam. He has another book out. I can't think of the name of it, but he has a part 2 that ain't too long came out neither. So this brother has 5 books up under his belt. He's a part of he don't do presentation, but he writes a lot of books. And then from the Mossi Warrior Clan, like I said, the Mossi Warrior Clan, and then now the team, the family and affiliate research team. So now I have my own family and affiliate research team. And that's about it, man. I'm what you consider I'm a black nationalist and a pan-Africanist. So of black people, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's political, economically, whatever it may be, I am for the advancement of black people. I am race first. Some people may not like that, but I'm race first. And everybody else second. I want to take care of home first before I'm able to take care of everybody else. So I'm gonna tend to my folks and do what I got to do for my people first before I try to do everything else. And that's what everybody else is doing. Any other race is doing it anyway. You know what I'm saying? They taking care of themselves first, and then everybody else is second. And we have to learn to do some of those same things. And that's about it, man, for me, man. Like I said again, man, if you're gonna surround yourself around anybody, please surround yourself around some people that can motivate you, that can inspire you, that can uplift me. And each and every one of these brothers wouldn't be around me if they didn't do the same. They motivate me. Like even when I was in the session, brother Sutekh and Ra, and June, early on was the first 2. Actually, Sutekh was the most that, and because I ain't gonna lie, in the classes I was a little bit slow, and doing you could kind of tell. And then once we got the group started, and then we started to do things where we transitioned into freestyle. On Divine Words Wednesday and freestyle, I went and up my game because he inspired me, because he can run through some glyphs pretty fast. So I was like, I want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like he got the methods down, those 4 steps down. He got them down so packed where he can kind of run through some things, and he can identify a lot of these glyphs quicker without having to go to the book to refer to the book. So he kind of inspired me to do to kind of work hard at it. And then you can kind of see, once we started doing Freestyle Fridays and Divine Words Wednesdays, I was very active now because I wanted to be able to identify the glyphs, be able to run through the glyphs without having to, go back to refer to the book to look at this certain glyph to see what it, see what it is, and et cetera, man. So yeah, that's it, man. I just wanted to introduce Kofi Piesie TV family and affiliates research team. Hopefully we'll have a lot of things coming down the pipeline. I hope we can continue to, do something every week. We've been kept it up for the last month and a half, 2 months. I know at one time we was doing something maybe twice a month, but I especially got to do better. If I'm on everybody else's platform and on the other platform, my platform also is Mossi, but I'm doing stuff on Mossi and neglecting this channel too. I have to be able to balance it out. So I'm gonna try to keep it on, and hopefully I can get my brothers to kind of do a few more presentations to get it out, get it out there as well, man. We got another brother, Vasa Nicolo Gullah, who's not here. He's also a part of Kofi Piesie family and affiliates and research team. And he has a article up on Kofi Piesie written composition.com. It's a full length presentation, powerful presentation, not presentation, but article, that you can go check out on Kofi Piesie written composition. Here as well. He kind of have his own lane. I really don't want to go into his own lane. I wish he was here to speak about it, and maybe we'll come back later on in a different time. He can speak about it. But today he wasn't able to be with us again. He's some things going on in his family that he has to take care of, man, and I respect that, man. So, and what we'll be coming back soon though, and we'll be talking, like I mentioned earlier, about some of those issues dealing with a black man protecting his family. How the black man becomes the angry black man because he is protecting his family, or the black man protecting his family, who one of his family members may become the victim, and the protector becomes the bad guy, and nobody, the attackee, the guy, a person committed this horrendous crime, no one is talking about that, but they talking about the victim and talking about the angry black man who took some form of action to try to protect his family in any type of way. So that's a topic that is coming soon to Kofi Piesie TV, because we got to talk about some of these issues too, and the psychological damages behind certain issues in the community that is happening in our community, that is happening amongst our own families. Some of these horrendous crimes that are happening is happening on the watch of our own families and our participants. The participants are our own family that is doing these harmful things to their own family. And when these things happen, and some of the family members, big mama, such and such, find out about it, they want to keep it hush hush and keep it suppressed, and and such and such. But we have to do better. But that's a topic that that we're going to tackle soon. I don't want to like really go into full details, but I'll wait till my brother Boss will get back here and we'll kind of go into it, and then we'll kind of go into those discussions, because those discussions need to be had as well, man. We appreciate y'all support, man. I hope y'all continue to support Kofi Piesie family and affiliates and the research team. Hopefully we'll have more articles from the team coming. I was telling T'Challa, he's working on a book. Like he sent me some information. Like it's been about a year and a half ago, maybe. And I was telling him, what I was doing. Even with the article, Shawn, I'm not copying Shawn. Shawn inspired me. You know what I'm saying? So with the articles, Shawn started doing the articles with the Voices of Fire before he did his memoirs with Untu, his own memoir blog site, memoirs of Untu. I think I pronounced it right. So I mean, it inspired me. Okay, and we want to be scholars. I'm not calling myself a scholar. Again, I'm a teacher. I'm not even not a teacher. I'm a student. I'm not a teacher. I'm a student sharing information. So and it comes a lot with being a teacher. Even though I could call myself a teacher because I am, teaching information or exhibiting information, and I've been doing it for the past three years, man. I've been going hard for the past 3 years, but I still consider myself a student. And one day I want to be a scholar. In order to be a scholar, you have to put in a lot of work. You have to write articles, you have to write books, to be considered a scholar. Certain, and I look at how scholars operate. So I'm trying to operate in that same capacity as being a scholar one day. Again, I am not saying I am a scholar, but I am trying to walk in the footsteps of a scholar. So I'm taking it step by step. I'm presenting information on the platform. Now I'm transitioning and writing articles, and then the transition the articles to books. in the books. Hopefully I'll be able, and from the articles, I'm able to do conferences, go to some of these Pan-African events, some of these other events in time, able to go to places in Africa, get primary sources on my own, or I don't have to rely on information from books. I'm getting it from the grounds myself. That's just something that I'm hopefully be able to do. Yeah, man, that's about it, man. Keep supporting us, man. I appreciate those new subscribers. If you hadn't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Please tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend about the channel. Tell them about these great group of guys. Point them to their presentations, their articles. Tell them about their future books. Other platforms these guys are on. You can catch Shawn on everybody damn platform. Sutekh on this platform, as well as Seshu, T'Challa on this platform, Sutekh on this platform, and Sutekh has his own platform, his own YouTube channel, Niger Valley Civilization. So please go subscribe to that channel. We're gonna try to build his subscribers up. We're gonna try to put some content on that channel. I'm just waiting to get an invite so I can do something on the channel. So I'm just waiting on the invite.
Sutekh fired up on the Moors, man.
Hey, you invited whenever, bro. All y'all invited, bro. You know I mess with y'all.
Yeah, man. So yeah, anybody got anything else, man, before we close out the show? Anybody in the chat also got like a question or something, man, y'all may want to ask. Y'all might not want to ask nothing. We might not be too interesting to y'all. I don't see no questions in here, man. But yeah. On that note, then, man, appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. I had to get the same spiel because I mean it, man. Y'all could have been doing anything else with y'all time, man, but y'all tuned in to listen to what we had to say. Y'all could have been doing anything with y'all time, man. I hope those that stayed and watched, those popped in, popped out, those stayed for the full show. We hope that you feel like your time was well spent. It wasn't lost. It was, it was worth it. Stay on the lookout, what I'm saying, for Kofi Piesie TV family, the affiliates and research team. Again, tell people about these guys, tell people about the channel, and that's it, man. And we out, man. Like I say, I'm gonna say Shemim Hotep, man. Shemim Hotep means to depart in peace. I always start the show off with Fatmu Alafiye. That means bring forth peace. I always want to bring forth peace. So I always want to depart in peace, and we maintain that over here at Kofi Piesie TV, as well as Mossi Warrior Clan YouTube channel. We don't have like a lot of trolls. We do get them from time to time, but most of the time, the trolls are out. We don't have a lot of confusion in the chat. We don't, we don't have we just don't have like a lot of confusion in the chats on Mossi or even on Kofi Piesie TV, man. And that, I guess because those channels exemplify, what I'm saying, good character. Those guys exemplify good moral standards. What I'm saying? Those guys, we have good, good ethics and principles about ourselves. We have such a high standard. We try to exemplify who we say we are. We know we are descendants of Africa, and we know Africa. Those cultures try to exemplify and cultivate good character. They try to exemplify good character. I'm not going to sensationalize and say that there wasn't bad people in Africa. There were bad people in Africa, but their main goal was to cultivate good character. You know what I'm saying? No matter what tradition you went into, you always see where they was trying to cultivate good character. They was trying to build good character. So over here, we're going to set those same standards over here at Kofi Piesie TV Families and Affiliate Research Team, as well as Mossi Warrior Clan channel and Seshuma Ani Metanetra. We set that standard over there as well. So I guess that, and that's what we attract, what I'm saying, the energy that we put off, we bring it, we bring it to the chat, so appreciate, everybody for that, what I'm saying. And we out, man. Black African Power, man. And like I say, I may come back later on tonight, maybe about 8, 9. I'm not sure. I'm not sure right now, but I may come back later on if people interested in me combing through my article. Those that may not have the article or don't know about the article, I dropped the article on yesterday on Kofi Piesie written composition, WordPress.com. Again, that is Kofi Piesie written composition, WordPress.com. I dropped the article on the secret societies, secret societies in Africa and their purpose. I'll give you a rundown of a lot of different secret societies. It's pretty lengthy. It doesn't look lengthy once I posted it onto my blog site, but when I was typing it up in WordPress, it was over 30 some pages long. And I wanted to add more information, but like I said in the article, I didn't want to make a book. I could have actually made a whole book. I could have made, with what I got is a pamphlet. If I want to print this up, I could print it up. If I want to add more, I can add it up and print it as a book, 80 to 90 page, book. But I didn't want to make the article too long, so I left out a um, few few secret societies. Some of them I didn't have a lot of information on, so I didn't want to even touch on them because a lot of those secret societies in the article I went in full detail with. So I may come back on because I think this is a good I think it's a good article for as the secret societies, walking through the secret societies, y'all understanding the secret society and one of their major roles, because I tried to hint throughout the whole presentation before I give my conclusion of what was the roles of these secret society, whether it was female or male secret societies. So I give you a plethora of secret societies, even give you a society that a lot of people don't, secret society that a lot of people don't talk about. Um, um, may do another article on secret societies and add a few other secret societies that I could have added to, like the Homo Society, the Simmons Society, the Wandu Society. I didn't really want to touch on the Leopard Society. Again, I didn't want to touch on that society because I'm still confused by, Shawn dropped a few of the things, but me studying and on those certain things, it's a lot of misinformation. I say with the Leopard Society and even getting Leopard Society um just kind of confused with the ethnic society, because when you go in the ethnic society and you study those other different ethnic groups that make up the ethnic secret society, and we know ethnic means leopard, it's a whole lot of things. And then even this other society, the crocodile society, I'm assuming that the crocodile society is the same as the leopard society, and some of the misinformation is the same as the crocodile society. So I didn't want to go in detail or exhibit any information on them without getting the accurate and the most accurate information I could on those different societies, man. So like I say, I may come back and do just go through just comb through the article, man, talk about the article. Maybe I can get some more people to the blog site, and I did, like I said, I appreciate those who did. I did get some pretty good traffic on there yesterday. I got quite a few people visited the site. I think almost like 100 people hit the blog site yesterday and read I don't know if they read the article, just popped off or whatever, just clicked the link to see where it was. I don't know if they read it or not, but I'm able to see the traffic that came on. So I appreciate those that came on, whether you just popped on, popped off, whether you read the article or read some of the article, didn't read all the article, gonna come back and read the article, pin the article, whatever you did. I appreciate those who did, on yesterday, and whenever you get some free time, check out the article. And then, like I said, I may come back later on and do something just to comb through the article for those that don't like to read, because I know a lot of people just don't like to read. They just like to look at YouTube videos. So I may just comb through it for those that don't like to read, and just maybe try to get some more traffic on the site so people can read and check out the article and even get your input, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna continue to write articles. I feel like I'm kind of getting better with the article. I think this article could have been better, but I think it's a good article. I'm still developing my writing style. I'm getting better and better, and I'm going to continue to get better. It's not as scholastically as I would want it to be with writing my articles, but they're pretty good for right now. And again, I'm going to continue to get better because I'm going to continue to write them and just get y'all familiar with my writing style. So when I do drop the documents of Ra, the overstanding of Ra, his many manifestation, which I am actually had to go back and redo some things on it, but I'm done with it. I know people tired of hearing I'm done with it. And I know I said it the last time, but it was some stuff in there that I really had to take out of it because when I started writing the book, actually it was a presentation turned into a book. A lot of the session at the particular time looked at the what I had, and me kept reposting things and getting their input on certain things, and then I wrote some stuff, and some of the stuff just wasn't right. And from me writing it from 2015 and then stopping when I was finished with in 2016, I think I was finished writing it, and then actually picked it back up actually this year, 2019. It was some stuff in there that I considered that it wasn't right, was kind of leading toward the pseudo side. So I wanted to, I took out a whole chapter. I took out a whole bunch of information, and I did an article about why it's taking so long. And I give you inserts from the book. So I got 5 chapters in the book. If you want to know what the book is about now, you can also go to Kofi Piesie TV, not Kofi Piesie TV, but Kofi Piesie Written Compositions.com. Kofi Piesie Written Compositions .wordpress.com. It's a whole article on when I started writing, when I stopped, what happened, why I picked it back up, and I gave you inserts to each one of those chapters and the chapters I took out. I think I took out a chapter. No, I took out 2 chapters because it was 7 chapters, and I took out 2 chapters. I got 5 chapters. They are all complete. Everything is done. I just got to do pay somebody to do the book. I got somebody to do it. I'm gonna ask Saber Wujiao, but I want to come to him when I'm right to do it, because right now I only been me and my fiance, which is gonna be my wife, actually this month. So it's March. So we get married at the end of this month. We got it on some land, nice piece of land out here. We moved out here. We trying to get a whole bunch of stuff done now. So we trying to get our land in order out here first. We out here in the country. So once we get all them things done, that's most important right now. I'm trying to make sure I take care of home and get everything that me and my fiance trying to do out here on the land. And it's going to take some money to do it. And we have got some of the stuff already out the way. And we're just trying to get it all out the way. The weather kind of hold us back on a few of the projects that we had that going on out here, but because it's been raining for the last 3 weeks, so it look like the weather's finna start better, so we finna start picking back up. So once we get that out the way, I'll be able to do business with somebody and pay somebody to do the front cover, the back cover, and go ahead and get it, try to go ahead and get it out. So once I get through with this stuff here, home first, and then I let people know, okay, actually when I get the cover done, I can actually tell people and get it submitted to Amazon.com. We'll be able to do it. But I also want to be able to do another book this year called What is African Culture? And I'm gonna do it too, man, because I got too much information on the table, too much information laying around, you know what I'm saying? Too many books I done got highlighted with information, too many articles that I got laying around, too much presentations and that I can pull from. So I got a lot of information, and I'm going to put it together because a lot of people don't know what African culture is definitely is. So I'm going to break them down into sections, drumming, the importance of drumming, why I call drumming the first form of communication, you know what I'm saying? I explain it. I'm gonna explain it. Singing, how singing.
Still live.
Yeah, I'm still live.
Cause my phone was spinning and I was watching.
Yeah, I'm still live. I'm finna get off here, but yeah, I was just trying to explain to the people, man. But yeah, like I said, I might come back this evening, but later on at night, maybe about 8 or 9 o'clock, and just kind of comb through that article. I don't know. It's all depending on how I feel, man. But again, appreciate y'all, man. And we out, man. Black African Power, man. And we'll see y'all later on. If not later on, we'll see y'all next week. I'm gonna come back and do something on another tribe, the Maku tribe, a female matrilineal tribe. You know, I did some on the people, the Bajagone people, this matrilineal society that was ran by women. So, and that presentation did pretty good. It's on the Mossi Warrior Clan channel. So I'll be coming back and doing something on the Maku people, another matrilineal society, not a patrilineal, but a matrilineal society. Um, Next week on Kofi Piesie TV. I hadn't even started on it, but I'll have it done before Sunday, man. So Black African Power, man. And we'll see y'all, man, later on tonight or next week, man. Peace, peace, peace. Let me stop sharing my screen.